can never worry about the next man. Been too busy focused on the next plane. Only thing I check is balances and text, man. And really, baby, you the go to find your ex, man. Nigga told me I was one track minded. You got some nerve tweeting from your mama house, hey. You got some nerve tweeting on your mama.
Y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome back. It's Word of My Own. Y'all know what time it is. We here. It's your third host, Doc. The lovely Miss Lovely to my left. Is this my left or my right? Yeah, I'm fucking up. Nah, I'm just playing. To my left, the lovely Miss Lovely. Say hello to the people. Over here looking how she looking. Y'all already know we got Super, the Superman himself, Super DJ Mac T.
Humans are here.
Yep.
Hello world.
Super DJ Mac T. That's the easy part.
Yes, sir.
We got Ron orchestrating the cameras. We got the chosen one here to speak up on behalf. And then we got the lovely Miss Sweet telling us what to do. You understand what I'm saying? Now today we talking about, y'all see the title, God, religion, and everything in between. This is the intro. So we gonna get right into it. Let me take my okay, let me turn these phones down. God, religion, and everything in between. Before we start, let me say this. Before we start, all of this, in my opinion, is opinion, right? So nobody's here to disrespect either side. If you believe, if you don't believe, whether you don't believe in religion, but you do believe in God, or you know what I'm saying, you don't believe in either, or you know, whatever, be it atheist, whatever. Nobody's here to disrespect either side of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? We just here doing exactly what this whole thing is all opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that confidently, right? So we all agree on that, right? It's all opinion. So whatever people's opinion, you know what I'm saying, whatever, if you know you people decide to leave comments, all I ask is, you know, I never really ask y'all put what y'all want, but right here on this one, so we won't be too offensive, I just ask everybody to respect other people's belief on this note. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, you can say how you feel, but just respect other people's belief on this note, right? So with that being said, let's get into it, man. Where y'all want to start at on this? Super DJ Mac T, where you want to start at on this?
Well, in the beginning, I don't know.
In the beginning.
You third coast.
So let's start with the Bible then. Forget it, right? You want to start there? Or should we start with religion? Because something that was said off camera that a lot of people may not really know is that religion in God himself or itself is...
I think we can start with the Bible because the Bible is considered proof, I think.
It's considered proof. He said it's considered proof,
considered
which is true.
Proof, yeah.
You know, people believe those stories. So let's start there.
Yeah. It's like instruction manual.
Yeah. So let's start there then, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't tiptoe into it. Let's
Okay, so chosen. You're a believer.
I am.
In religion or just in God, in both?
Can we separate that before we get started?
Yeah, that's why I said in religion or in God or in both.
Because religion is like a community. Like whatever your religion you're a part of is like y'all are a community.
Yeah. True.
Everybody can believe in God, but you don't have to be religious. Like I'm not religious, but I believe in God.
Yeah.
So religion is like something.
You know what? Let's do that then. Let's do that first. Let's go around and ask all of us. Let the people understand our stances on it. So you believe in God, Super DJ Mac T?
Yes.
T-time.
I believe in the Creator. Yes.
But religion.
I'm just gonna say. I'm not religious. I'm not going to be.
You're non-religious.
Yeah.
But
for right now.
Because you know what's crazy? A lot of people, let me say this real quick, tend to think that means the same thing. Like when I say,
that's true,
I'm non-religious. Oh, you don't believe in God? Yeah, now, exactly. Even though you may be correct, I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we gonna clarify this right now. You believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just religion is not.
Religion is something you do every day. It's like a practice.
Mm-hmm. Which people that say they're religious don't practice too much of nothing in all honesty.
I don't know.
Not at all.
Right? Okay.
I can go by what I see.
Miss Lovely, what about you? God,
I believe
religion?
in God, but I am not religious.
Say that again?
I believe in God.
But you're not religious?
But I'm not. I feel like if I have my own connection with God, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't need to be practicing anybody else's religion because...
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now.
He knows me more than myself. I feel like so. If we have our connection, he get me. I don't care if nobody else get me.
The chosen one.
I believe in God. I grew up Baptist, but since I've become grown, I've
converted
to my own to non-denomination. I believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Is it
Ghost.
non-denominational or non-denomination?
Non-denomination.
What
Okay.
you said.
Yeah.
I'm asking. I'm asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
non-denomination.
Okay.
So I'm a believer in God, the Father, the Son, which
And
is
the
Jesus,
Holy Ghost.
and the Holy Ghost.
That's
which is the Spirit.
Christianity.
That's Christianity.
So
yes.
yeah, it's Christianity, but you can believe in the Trinity and still not have to do what everybody else do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you can pick your battles. Which
So-
battles you
That's
want.
what she just
It's
said.
not-
But yeah, she picked what she like out of there, and she run with
Yeah,
that.
because
What's
in the
going on?
Bible,
That's what they do
Raven
anyway.
Craig, man, we
Yeah,
up here to-
I mean, in the Bible, it's been
appreciate
it's been
you for joining the
rewritten.
show.
Yeah, that's what.
So it's important to have your own personal
Uh-huh.
relationship with the Creator Himself, God.
Yeah. Okay. The sweetest of them all.
I was raised Catholic,
Okay.
but I don't follow it. I believe in God. I just think religion is slightly hypocritical.
Meh.
Meh.
It's a control.
I'm gonna ask Ron too. You ain't getting out of this. Where you stand? Because I would ask everybody in the room.
I'm religious.
You're religious. Highly religious. Hopefully you don't quit on us after today.
Now.
No, I'm just. You believe in God?
Yes.
Okay. Christianity, Catholic.
Christian. Yeah.
You Christian? Okay. I guess it's my turn. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Somebody ask me. I want somebody to ask me like I asked everybody else.
So where do you stand on this religious stand? What is your standpoint on religion?
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking me that question. I wanted to get to that. No, I'm just. But for me, you know, have a lot of people upset with me because y'all know we was all raised a certain type of way.
Oh,
but
yeah, we were, yeah.
I don't put belief in either God, religion, none of it. That doesn't, to me, that's not me telling people it's not real or it is real. For me, I just choose to steer clear of that path. You understand what I'm
So
saying?
you're like a big banger.
Yeah.
No, pause.
Yeah, it's
Big Bang Theory.
what? Wait a minute.
You a big banger. Pause.
Godly show. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not even a big banger. What I'm saying is I don't have a theory on it at all. Like I just choose to I'm here and I'm gonna live.
We gonna get into that.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's my take on it. Now that does not mean, I will say again, that I, don't think it's real or do think it's real. I don't have no disrespect for people that do. You know what I'm saying? But for the beginning, let me just start
You
off by
saying it ain't
telling
none of
y'all-
your business?
Yeah, it's none. I feel that's how I feel.
that's an
You know what I'm
easy way
saying?
out.
Yeah, that's
like
how I
an
feel.
easy
It's,
out.
it's none of my business. I'm human. I bleed like the rest of y'all. But let's keep it moving. The Bible, right?
Let's get it.
Does anyone here believe in the Bible? Have belief in the Bible?
Yeah.
You do. The Holy Bible. Okay.
Elaborate.
Yeah. Can you? I don't want to say tell
Can
me
I
why
ask-
you believe in the Bible.
I want to ask that. Is it because that's how you was brought up, or do you have a reason for
Like,
believing?
what's the reason?
One, because that is how I was brought up. Two, I've experienced some of the things that the Bible speaks about.
You have.
Of my own
Can you
personal
give me
life.
Give me one of those.
Was you drinking?
Just
Nah, I'm just joking. It's a joke, y'all. It's a joke.
Give me one of those. One of your experiences, because a lot of people say before you start, they have these experiences. Have you? Somebody asked me the other day. I was at work.
What's she gonna have?
She asked me,
This man
"You've
raised
never
me."
seen a ghost or heard somebody call your name and then you turned around and they weren't there? That's God
I've
calling
experienced
you."
that.
Okay, so give me some of your experiences.
I have experienced it. Because if there's a spirit and God tells you, the word says that there's a spirit, then don't think, and if you think about it, Satan is a spirit, right? Just as God is a spirit, right?
Satan is
We
a
need to
spirit?
talk about Satan
Right.
later too, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna
keep
get
going.
into everything.
Yeah.
Like that's the spirit realm is what people call it.
Okay.
So if he's the king and the prince of the atmosphere and things like that, then surely there's other spirits that linger around. It's
But
good and bad.
Can I ask this?
Go
Aren't
ahead.
aren't those other spirits, like the bad spirits, they meaningless if you got the most powerful one that got your back? Then the other ones are meaningless. Like Satan is meaningless.
I get it, but you have to think about all of the fallen angels
Yeah, but they
that was
can't
cast
stand
down.
against God, right?
They can only touch you if God allow you to, just as Job did in the Bible. Job was a good man, so God gave Satan Job and told him to try him out.
Let's do
Give
this
me-
real quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know the story.
2.1. We printed out something. Bible contradictions,
You took-
inconsistencies. What?
No, I'm looking. Don't worry about it. I was looking. No.
Let's go to some of the contradictions,
Right?
right?
Don't curse and say Bob at the same.
Did I curse?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. Did I curse for real?
Yes.
Bleep that out. I'm sorry.
This ain't got nothing on him when he was in high school. He ain't got damn.
Absurdities and flaws. Okay. So Christians refer to the Bible as God's holy word, and it is the primary tool used by Christians to support God's existence. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go. Well, let's critically examine this book to evaluate whether this is any truth to this notion.
Are you reading?
Whether there is any proof to this notion. If the Bible was truly revealed to be man by God, and since man by God? Is that supposed to say man or?
Basically, created by God.
Truly revealed to man by, truly revealed, okay, it's just no punctuation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Get on top of that, huh? No, I'm just truly revealed to man by God, since God is perfect and all-knowing. The Bible should be without error, inconsistency, contradiction,
All up
flaw.
and through the Bible.
Yes.
This is something I'm reading. You know what I'm saying?
But it's true.
Be written in a coherent and lucid manner, should be accurate, and contain advanced information that would not be known to primitive man.
Primitive, man. Are we primitive? Or
Hey, I'm just reading what it say. Yeah, Steph said that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
So, Chosen, how you? I'm just asking because if we're being honest, everybody here has read the Bible. If you haven't read the full Bible, I remember when we was younger. We lived in I don't remember if it was Inslee, and Pops made me read the Bible because I was jammed up one time. I was forced to read the Bible. Chino made me read the Bible.
Like he had the demon in him.
Yeah, like no, it was
because
because I felt this way for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I just decided one day to be like, you know what, I want to be different.
Further.
You know, I think I was probably like what, 10 or something.
Inslee? Yeah, because I was in the 5th.
Yeah,
so you
so
had to be young.
it was a long time ago that I was, this was, so everybody here has been a part of the Bible at one point or the other, whether you read the full thing. So, Chosen, how you feel about what I just read?
She texting somebody.
I'm live. Ask me the question. Which part?
They
Somebody
saying
said, who is this
As
Gene?
far as the Bible?
Yeah, basically saying that it's made by a perfect person, but it has inconsistencies and contradictions in it.
This is why I said what I said earlier. It goes back to having your own personal relationship. Because as we all know, word on the street is when it comes to the Bible is that King James had rewritten the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
The New Testament.
That's true, though. That's true.
The King James Version was rewritten. So this is why I feel like when it's nothing wrong with being a believer. It's nothing wrong with not being a believer if that's what you choose to do. But it is important to have your own personal. People say, what's the word I'm looking for? Not atheist.
Hold on.
Not atheist.
What they call it, agnostic or something like that? Huh? You talking about like agnostic? What they call it? Agnostic? Agnostic, yeah.
So
like
I just feel like I'm not saying, because a lot of people. Okay, I go to church.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I go to church. I love going to church. I love being in the presence of God.
I wasn't gonna answer the question.
So
Who is that?
I was waiting.
Yeah, because you're not answering the question.
The Bible.
Okay, so
I just said.
Should I read it
I
again?
feel like.
Because,
go back, read the part.
Okay, so
I was.
Somebody said I knew she wasn't gonna answer the question.
Start talking about liking going to church.
Because
okay,
I knew. Okay, go
so
ahead.
let me read. We'll reread the question.
Because I'm live over here and I'm answering questions over here. So I did kind of okay. Just read it and come on.
So that was funny though. I'm sorry. Okay, so
sorry people.
2.1 at the top, right? Just glance through it and you'll the Bible contradictions, inconsistency. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
So you want me to reread it just for everybody?
So do you think so basically what you asked me, do I think the Bible it does contradict itself?
And has inconsistencies.
Me personally, I do. I do believe it.
That's a fact.
And the reason being is because we can read something in it, and then you can go over to another chapter and read something different. But we have to remember too is that the Bible was written by different people.
People.
Yeah, well,
people.
So okay,
Man.
since she said that, since that's something that you led with, right? It
That's
was
my main focus.
what
right
makes
there.
if you know this, because for you to say that means you know it was written by different people. What makes you believe in it if you know for a fact it was written by? Do you actually feel like these people that you think wrote the Bible, or you say wrote the Bible, had these experiences and just was experiences and were just writing,
And writing what they experienced? I believe each one of us have our own chapter in life. So everything that we experience in life, I mean, it's the same thing. Like the people in the Bible, they experienced it, they went through it, or whatever. And so when it comes to me, there's a book of Gene because it's my life. You get what I'm saying? So the things that I experienced and how I have experienced God myself would be my own chapter.
Okay.
Well,
so
so
you don't.
why would you follow a Bible that's not your experience?
Yeah, we talking about
But
other
if
people.
you think about it, there's things
Are you
in the
saying that you
Bible
relate
to
to
where, right, there's things in the Bible that you can relate to and say, okay, there was a whore at the well.
A
How
whore?
many whores? Yes, she was a whore.
I think that's like generalized.
Shout out to my
Because
nigga James.
everybody in this world, there's billions of people in the world, we all go through the same stuff, just at a different area of the world.
Of
Yeah.
our life, but it's still
he sound
it's
like
still our story, right?
Yeah.
True.
It's still our personal
But that
story.
don't mean you should write a
can't-
whole
Your life
manuscript.
is not going to say that.
Yeah, I never met nobody
You
that
went
lived in
through-
a well, but
No, she didn't live in
No,
a
no,
well.
no.
I didn't
Wait
say
a
she
minute.
lived in a
Wait
well.
a minute.
I said
Wait a
she
minute.
was at the well.
no. I'm just saying. You know the story about your man's that had got caught up in the well and then he spit him out the joint. And
The
he bled
well. I didn't say.
Yeah.
Didn't
I know.
say
No.
well.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
We talking about stories in the Bible, right?
But see that now, if you say that, you can talk about how not necessarily being
sorry.
caught up in the well, clown.
Yeah.
But you can be.
I'm a clown.
But you can be caught up in a situation when God told you don't go that way.
Symbol of a well.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say,
So-
no, wait, hold tight. Let's say, okay, you hanging out with your crew, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, your
Squad
crew
shit.
ain't the best
Stuff.
crew to be hanging with. And your mom say, hey, don't go with such and such today. But you end up going anyways. And then you mess around and you get caught in trouble. Because you didn't go the opposite way. You went the way that you wanted to go. You get what I'm saying?
So your mama is God.
So, huh?
Your mama is God in that instance.
Lori Powell says it takes
That's
an
what she
encounter.
said.
So
She's on?
yeah. So
So
I
you
got
say, wait, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Because if she's saying don't go with this troublesome group because you're going to get in trouble, and then you go with the troublesome group and you get in trouble, that's what you chose to do. You know what
Right, so Jonah chose to go the opposite way that God told him to go. God put parents
Oh,
in
you talking about the
position.
fantastical, like the
Right,
inside
God
the belly of
put
the-
parents in position to be over you for a reason.
Okay, let's do this. Ron. The Bible. Inconsistent. Do you believe there are inconsistent? The same thing we asked her.
Contradictions and
Inconsistencies, contradictions, all of that.
I believe that maybe the original texts weren't as inconsistent,
Hebrew.
but through the interpretations and the what do you call it? Decipher. Whenever you take and put it through different languages, as it goes through these languages,
It
different
changes.
words kind of have different meaning.
Fact.
Like you're reading Spanish sometimes, some of their words are a little different from our words, and there's like 4 different words for love in the Christian context, where there's only 1 word for love in English. So I think there could be a lot of inconsistencies based on the language barriers and it being translated so many times.
Facts.
Okay, so quick question.
And the time frame too, because from then to now, there's a different context of when it was written then and how it's written now.
Okay, so let me ask this. Let me ask this then.
Yes.
$10.
How do you think? I know this is probably gonna seem a little. I don't know if I want to say cliche or not, but the Bible, since we're talking about inconsistencies and whatever. The stories, right? For as long as you know your family members, as long as the oldest person in here, whomever that may be, knows, right? These encounters or these stories have not shown any proof to be real. Can I say that?
Yeah,
That's
right?
your
It's
opinion.
true. So
but it's true.
The Book of Esther actually was real because she married King Xerxes from history.
how do you know that
Wasn't he in
this is real?
300?
You say that this is real. How do you Xerxes? Wait, ain't that
Yeah. 300, the king from 300.
Artaxerxes, it's the same person.
Well, my question about this kind of stuff is this: without trying to be I don't want to seem like a douche or nothing. Like, I don't want to seem like a butthole, but like, what makes a person like? So you say that you are right, that you're religious, very religious, and this is something that just comes from your core. Have you ever had an experience with like spirits and stuff like that? Never, ever. So you definitely just choose to take this path, right?
I believe it's different, whereas you can't really identify what love is.
A feeling.
It's kind of a feeling, but how do you know that you're feeling the feeling? I mean, you process it, right?
Okay, basically what we were talking about at the bar. Okay, so, but listen, what I want to know is, what makes you say, if you were to say just off the rip, I'm very religious, do you think, okay, let me ask you this as a matter of fact.
I mean, I can.
We're human, huh?
I can
You're
understand
not
somebody
supposed to-
being religious and
You say you
continuing to
highly
be religious.
religious, but you
I'm not saying I don't understand it, but I want to know the reasoning behind it.
I don't think nobody can really give you a reason why they're religious. They
I got
can give you a
plenty of
reason to
reasons.
How can
pray.
you? That's like saying, okay, that's like saying you have to have a reason, bro. I don't understand how you cannot have a reason to be religious.
Like if he's saying like you can't explain, it's like a feeling, but you don't feel it, but you feel it. You know, it's like that. But I can understand that. But I think you can have more reason to stray than. Well, I don't even want to say that.
Yeah, you can't
Some
say
people
stray.
have-
Don't say stray.
Stray away.
Yeah, don't say that.
Why not?
Cause just say like,
Well, I'm not gonna say because that's not my point.
Yeah.
But because people can have reason to become religious. So I just think that more people stop doing it for something than people that do it because of something. Like somebody surviving a car crash or something, all of a sudden they're religious.
and then they say, yeah, oh, God saved me. That's the kind of stuff that upsets me.
It don't upset me.
That's the kind of stuff that upsets me, because the reason being, I was talking to you when I was at work and I was having these conversations, and somebody, the arguments that religious people try to make, or just believers period try to make, is that, I got a story for you, and their story is similar to what you just said, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I should be alive right now. You know what I'm saying? The car was leaking gas, an explosion happened, and then it wasn't nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what if you basically saying that to me sounds like God is doing something to that has made you cross over, right? But what if a person that has made their mind up to, because you got devil worshipers, right? This is true.
Absolutely.
That's like a.
Satan.
Good things happen to those people.
They
You
like
understand?
assholes though. They just want to be bad. Like you got some people that just want to be.
But
And bad things
you
happen
can't
to
say that.
somebody
You can't
else.
say that
Because they
because
hold the devil up. Like,
they hold him
Yeah,
up.
no,
But
'cause
bad
they choose
things
the
happen to
bad
someone
side of
who.
things.
But they're not trying to be. They're not bad. I mean, I'm not made for the Satanists, but I'm just saying they're not trying to do evil things. They're.
Yeah, they ain't out here killing people. That's just their
I heard
religion.
It's just
Satanists
like Wicca.
killing people.
It's just like Wiccan. That's a religion now.
I mean,
Wiccan, what's
That's
that?
witches. They
Oh, yeah,
serve-
that's been a religion.
That's old.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You
it's
looking at
more
this?
popular now.
Oh hell no! They said Beyonce was a witch.
I don't
We
see
moving
that.
on.
But okay, listen to this though. So what
But
I'm
I think
saying
it's
is,
based off of how you're raised. Like you brought up and you.
Well, we was raised to go to church.
all of us would,
Yeah.
So you made the decision not to follow suit, and
Yeah.
others did.
Right.
And then they stick with it.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't see no problem with
Like
that.
I was raised to be Catholic, and then Baptist, and then Catholic again, and and I just
A hood hopper.
that's my mama.
hopper,
And
hopper.
so-
Huh? You can't make up her mind about nothing. No, I'm
Loyal.
joking. But look, she gonna whoop your ass after this. Okay, so look, so basically what I'm saying is this though. If good things happen to those people also. You understand what I'm saying? Right?
True.
What is your, and I'm about to make a point is the reason I'm saying this. What is your perspective on that for if it happens to one of them and they still don't turn over? Like,
Who's her perspective?
yeah, the religious people.
Say what I would say. Say.
Or no, you say,
Say what I
you
would
say what
We're
no.
thinking the same thing.
You say what you would say.
No, I think we're thinking the same
Say
thing.
it.
Go ahead,
Well, say it.
That even if you don't believe,
That's right.
God looks at you as His children.
That's right.
Regardless.
That's what I wanted y'all to say.
That's right.
And I wanted you to say that for this.
It's
I
a
wanted you to
word.
say that for this reason.
That's where's it thinking.
What is the
exact same.
purpose of hell then? If you just feel like, okay, he's gonna forgive you and he's your child anyway. What's
I
the
think hell
conversation
is
about?
False.
What's the conversation about? The devil and all of that. Because you can believe in one but not the other.
No. I think
believe in
one
both.
goes hand in
I I believe in heaven.
Heaven and
I
hell.
But you,
Because-
but
okay,
you don't believe in
Okay.
hell. But do you think you have this one is here and this one isn't?
In the Bible, it says,
But
if
how does
you
that
make
make
your
sense?
bed in hell, I'll be there.
Huh? Say that
You know,
again.
the Bible says,
The
if
reason
you
it don't
make
make
your bed
sense is
in hell, I'll
because
be there.
they try to
He's
lay.
everywhere.
I think it's like a control mechanism because they try to lay out two roads, and it's like you do the bad or you do the good, you're gonna end up here or you're gonna end up there. But that is not real. It's a facade. It's a way to keep control of you. It's fake. It's what we was put on here. I think God is like a clockmaker. Like set it and forget it. Like he just walked out. I don't even think he messed with us no more. To tell you the truth.
Of course.
Wow.
Man
It's
did.
crazy. And then it's like other billions of other galaxies and stuff. You gotta worry about.
And you
gotta
think
worry
that
about
those are?
But he's all powerful, so why wouldn't he? Be
So why we gotta worry about the devil then? Why y'all so worried about hell?
That's
If
what
y'all
that's my
powerful?
question. Let's get back to this. I want her to answer this. Is why
Well,
You
I
said-
think the devil was placed here to give us lessons in
Agreed.
making the right choices.
Agreed.
So either you're gonna do right or wrong, and he's the one that's pushing you to do wrong.
it's all a control mechanism.
So God said, you go down there, make these do like make
He
the
tried
they
out
make
Job.
Honestly, in all
He
honesty,
tried out Job.
Nah, I don't think
that
so.
we're put on
He
this
tried out
planet
Job.
for being tested.
it's like
You said you wait. Hold on. You feel like we're being put on this planet because we're being tested.
Yeah.
What I have a question. The question I have for that is the point.
I'm so quiet this one.
The point. I want to know the point
Yeah, you
behind
need to say
it.
something.
If something doesn't exist,
Because
Okay.
it doesn't
why
make
would I? Hold on,
sense
why
to
would
me.
I create it? Right?
Then
Why would
no.
I create it myself? And then say, instead of just teaching it what it needs to be taught, why would I send it out to make this shit here and then test it? It's no point in doing that when I can just have it myself. The conversation of free will and all of that. What's the point of it?
We do have
If
free
I have control, if I'm all powerful, all knowing,
But he
what
gives
is
us
the
free
point
will.
of sin and saying I'm gonna make this?
He gives
But
us
you
free
know
will.
what?
It's lessons.
Since I'm God, I'm gonna go see. I ain't gonna
Jesus-
teach you nothing. I'm gonna throw you out there,
Jesus was tried
and I
on
want to
every hand.
understand if you'll what?
Jesus was tried on every hand.
Yes, if you're a Christian.
he was tried on
Jesus
every
was tried
hand.
on. He was tried. Everything that we go through in life, he was tried by.
What's the point of this?
Nah, that's a different story.
This world. What's the point?
But look,
It's in the word.
it's fake because it's
What's
just
the point?
like you got this big heaven up here, right? And then the devil was an angel, right? And everything is perfect. Why? What are you upset about?
that's
Go do what you do. Go.
okay. That's my
what are you
point.
upset
But
about?
it's
What
not
are you
even
doing?
what you upset about. It's why.
They created a right and wrong.
Why are we here?
It's like no, and I don't mean like here alive. I mean like
I'm
here.
laughing because everything
like
you guys
here,
say
period.
goes straight back to the beginning. She said Jesus was tried, but at the beginning it was Adam and Eve, and
They
Adam,
tried-
Is that
Adam
something
was
you
the
believe?
first-
no,
Adam
this
was
is
the
out
first-
of the Bible. To
Adam was
me
the first
personally,
man.
So we all
exactly. But
brothers
he
and
was
sisters.
tried.
He was.
But we was already placed on this earth, so we should have been already being tested. You keep saying that we were tested. We're being tested.
He said
Adam and
she
Eve
said
was
that. I didn't say
yeah, but it doesn't make any sense
It's a-
because
That's what
when
I'm saying.
Adam
I
and
feel like it's
Eve
the most pointless.
was
it's
there-
It's
They
pointless
You
to
gonna
say
go
that.
in
they did
circles all
fail,
day.
but it was
failed.
already there. And then you saying that he
They was in the Garden
sent
of Eden.
Jesus
They was in the
to
Garden
be
of Eden.
tested to be crucified and all that extra shit. So you saying we're suffering because
Adam and Eve.
he was suffering,
But he died
But
after
it should
Adam.
already
He died for
happen.
our sins.
It don't
So
make no
Adam and
sense
Eve
to
don't
me.
matter no
The
more.
Bible was rewritten so many times. There's
It was.
slavery
We
in the
said that.
freaking Bible. It's man written. No one, the
Hold
Lord
up,
is
make a
not
point.
gonna
No,
support
just make a point because it's like you
slavery.
getting broad with it. Like you started
Because
going
it
over
just
with it.
everything
what-
you
what
guys
she's saying,
say
she's
just
basically saying none of it makes no sense.
make
That's basically what she's
sense.
saying.
It falls
But
in.
Tamara,
I
you
used to
believe
go to
in God?
church at night every night.
You still go to
and
church
sit.
sometimes.
No, I don't.
When the last time you
I
went to
try. I
church?
try. I haven't been in years. I try. Every time I try to make it, something happen and I can't go. But when I was
That's the devil.
going.
I'm sorry. What about you? I'm just playing.
When
Okay,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
going
I'm sorry.
and I was sitting, this was my last draw. And I was asking so many
reading the
questions and the man just said, just listen and stop
Mine.
talking. Just follow the Lord. But at the same time, how you gonna tell me I'm supposed to be the Lord's wife?
He
That's
told
in
you
the Bible
that ain't
too.
no reason
It
to stop
said-
believing.
it
That's
said-
a reason-
No,
that's a reason
I'm
to stop
supposed
believing.
to
backslide.
be fruitful and have his kid and all that extra
that-
shit.
'cause that's
I was
another
in a
topic.
church house. That don't make no sense
Hold
to
up,
me.
Wait,
hold up.
say
hold
that
up,
again.
hold up.
You just
No, because
confused
that's
all of
another
it.
topic.
It
That's
said
talking
the
about
Bible says that he's married to the backsliders. It says be fruitful
He's coming
and
back, but he's
multiply.
wild.
When he talks
Don't
about
make no
being
sense to me.
fruitful and multiply, he's talking about with everything that he has put in within us.
See,
I am not talking
straying.
about that particular
We getting off
category.
topic.
Oh, so what you talking
The
about?
thing I'm saying is you
wrap it up.
starting to talk about the people who's supposed to distribute
sorry.
the knowledge. Don't talk about that yet.
No, I'm talking about that too.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you
talking
said
about
to
the
do-
Bible
yeah.
too. I
But-
said what
Hold up.
was
If you
read
said,
in that moment
because
of
she
the
said-
night that I was at Bible study.
yes, ma'am. She said that we're paying for what Adam and Eve did, right? And then you said Jesus died for those sins, right? So why are we still paying for them then?
We'll come.
You got something to tell me?
Hold on. He was just about to make a statement.
That's what I asked the question. How are we still paying for it if Jesus died for us?
Okay, how are we still? We'll answer that question when we come back. This word of my own. We're gonna answer Super DJ Mac T's question when we get back. How will we ask the question again? How are we still paying for it if what?
If Adam and Eve did wrong, we paying for their sins, and then Jesus comes and
died for our
dies
sins.
after that, and then we are born. So we just, like, why are we still paying for it? Because you said we still paying for it.
What Raquel Smith said is because we hard headed. We'll get to that. We're gonna get to T Time's question, Super DJ Max T question after this. Y'all know we're gonna get to this high five. Unfortunately, if you're expecting gospel music, that's not what we playing at this halftime show. But we'll get back with y'all. This word of my own. Third co-host that.
God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. You know what the Midwest is, young and restless.
Welcome back, man. Second half. Word of my own. Super DJ Max T. I ain't Super DJ
Superhumans
Max
are
T.
here.
Superman is over there. To my left, the lovely Miss Lovely. You know what I'm saying? Third co-host Dot. Ron. Sweet. The chosen one. This word of my own. Y'all know what time it is, man. Super DJ Mac T had a question before we went to break. Can you speak up and what was that question?
Yes,
again?
sir. Being as how Chose said that we are still paying for what Adam and Eve did, I asked the question that since Adam and Eve did that first, and I got some more to say about Adam and Eve later.
Can you speak up?
Yeah.
Paying for it.
Oh yeah, but so I got more to say about Adam and Eve later. But for right now, you said Adam and Eve did the original sin, right? And then Jesus died, cleared all that up, clean slate. So why would you say that we still paying for the same sins that Adam and Eve committed, which all they did was bite of a forbidden fruit?
Chosen, he talking to you.
Okay, I didn't say we're still paying for it.
What are you
We
doing?
We gotta
I'm
take
logging.
people.
I'm on live and I'm
Oh.
logging in. I'm trying to get my computer logged into it so I can see yours.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't say we're still paying for it. We're our own people. We all fall short. We all make our own sinful paths, right?
Right.
Like we all do our own dirt or whatever. So therefore, in order for us to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Say
Accept it.
No, not. I don't want to use accepted. Not saved, because everybody can be saved. Doesn't mean you're going to heaven.
everybody can say they saved.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you know, because you have to live accordingly. You can't be hateful and expect to get into heaven.
Oh, that just made me think of something too.
You get what I'm saying?
And then he
People
say
out
like,
there that's hateful.
Yeah, you're allowed to repent and start your
feel
forward
like
over.
so you allowed to
this
repent?
is
Yeah,
his.
you're
so
allowed to
why,
repent.
ain't it like a certain number of people that's gonna be in heaven and everybody else is?
That's what
how
I've
you
heard. I've
allowed to
heard
do
that.
that?
Now that I have heard over the years, and it's in the Bible too. You know what I'm saying?
So if you
But-
do, you do.
I ain't got time for this.
But I mean, I'm a believer that if you live accordingly, I think you can make it into heaven.
According to
You
what?
think you can
So how-
make it to heaven?
Yeah, if you
Let me ask
live
you a question.
right.
Do you think that you live according? Do you know of a
My
person?
life is not perfect. Nope, I don't know no perfect person. And he said he coming back for a church with a
Last-
spot up blemish.
The last episode
So-
we had, we were saying that perfection didn't exist, right?
It's not.
That-
the
that's a
Bible
So
says it's
that
not.
you saying you're not perfect. I didn't ask you that. I said, do you think that you're living according
No.
to?
Oh, accordingly,
Ain't nobody is. Don't
I
even sit
can't.
there
I
and
can't
lie.
answer that because I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I can't answer that because me thinking that I'm living right, I could be living the wrong way.
Do you think that you're living according to what it takes to get to heaven?
No.
Not right now. Do you?
Yeah.
I think I'm
Anybody
living to
in here,
get to
do
the
you
next
run?
day.
Exactly.
Living my best.
And I try my best and strive
Hold on,
for
Ron, say what you
the
about to
good
say.
thing. Go ahead, Ron.
There's nothing you can do
There's not a
to
checklist.
join yourself to God on your own.
Right.
And so the reason why we need Jesus, to answer the question,
Come on.
The reason why
Preach,
Jesus
Ryan.
came
I knew you was a
because
preacher.
He was. It's called atonement.
Uh-huh.
So in the beginning, there was the original sin, and later on, Jesus comes because He needs to fulfill the fact that we can't do it on our own.
That's right.
There's no way we can do it. To join perfection, if now going back to what you're saying, as far as perfection, so if you are to believe in God, and if you're to believe that God is perfect, the only way to be with the perfect God is for Himself to accept you, and for you to accept yourself as being a sinner. So you have to say that I'm imperfect, and there's nothing that will make me
Confess
perfect
it.
other than me having this fundamental knowledge of the fact that I can't do anything to bring myself to God. It's God that loves me that brings me to Him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's God doing it for you. Now this is if you believe in God. Now I'm being very open and understanding of everybody's beliefs. So God did it for you. God sent Himself as man in the form of man
With
so that
Jesus,
we can understand.
Right.
which is Jesus.
Right.
Just
This is my belief. So God being Jesus, and this is the Holy Trinity. God being three
And one.
three persons, one being, all being God. So He came for us.
God the Father,
Do you-
God the
do
Son,
y'all like the
and
fact-
God the Holy
Because
Spirit.
most people treat Jesus as if He is God. Like He's
That's
God.
he
Yeah,
just said,
yeah, that
That's
was-
what I'm
just
saying.
said
That's
he
what
is.
I
That's what he just said. God the Father, God the Son, and
Yes,
God the Holy
I
Spirit.
understand that, but Jesus was praying to God in the Bible.
It
Praying
was.
to
That
God.
was
How
the
is he
natural
God?
man.
Both get separated.
That was the natural
That's
man.
another confusion.
Yeah, it's contradictory.
That's what the Trinity
Get
is.
it
The
together.
Trinity is three persons, one being. And so if God is God, that means He can do anything, be in all things, and
That's
be
right.
outside of all things at the same time.
That's
This
right.
would be a God that's able to make the universe that we live in.
Okay, so
I
My question is
I
this.
agree with there's a God.
my question
Yeah.
is this. My question is this. What you just said, Ron. In tea time about the God praying to and asking.
Because He
God
said that Jesus is the Holy Trinity, right? And God is in Jesus. Like God is Jesus, Jesus is God. Because that's how like, I'm not going to speak for every Christian, but that's how they talk. Like they only talk to Jesus. Yeah, it's like they never talk to God. And even when I was a Christian, I had a problem with that. I'm like, why don't we ever like talk to God instead of always
because they
talking
saying
to Jesus?
Jesus, everybody, even at the end of
There's
prayer,
people
saying
that
Jesus.
just say
Yes.
Father and won't say God. They'll say Father.
Yeah.
And won't say
Always say
Jesus.
that's
But when
how we are in
something
heaven.
when something happens for
When I
them, they
do.
say thank Jesus. When
Thank you,
something
Jesus.
good
No, I
happens,
always
they
say
say
thank
thank
God.
Jesus. No, I ain't talking about
Oh.
everybody. I'm
And
talking
then
about
the
for the majority.
WWJD,
They always say Jesus.
WWJD.
Yeah,
all
and
that
I
stuff.
always had a
It all
problem
goes
with
through
that, even
Jesus.
when I was a
I'm
Christian.
just
My
saying.
daughter say thank you,
Yeah, I'm
Jesus.
saying. What would Jesus do? It's
Hey,
not
I
what
was
God
in
does.
there deep. For
Well,
real.
my thing is this. Let's say this, right? Internet.
What? Who is it?
No. So my thing is this. You said that they're the same person. Now, you are believing that they are the same person, right?
I believe it's
Or
possible.
the same entities, whatever you want.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Okay. So I can't skip over this. Like he didn't say this, and it didn't make sense.
Okay.
Why would I go to somebody and say, "Give me time. I got it. I'm gonna take care of them." If I'm who I am, if it's just me, how is it a split? You understand what I'm saying? Who was he talking to?
Who was Jesus talking to?
Yeah.
When he was praying,
to the
yeah.
Father?
Yeah.
He was praying to God.
He was praying
because
He
there
praying
is
to his
God,
Father?
The Father. There is Jesus, and there is the Holy Spirit. Now,
Okay.
I forget about the Holy Spirit a lot. Like, now that's another entity that, like, it's confusing to me. Like, I mean, as a Christian, that doesn't mean I got it all together and I know everything. I'm not going to come at you with
Of course,
that.
yeah.
Like, even as a scientist, I can't come at you and say, I know everything. Because I don't. There's so much in this world that I don't know scientifically and spiritually. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just a spiritual person. And I think I'm not the best person to be asking these questions. Because
Yeah.
I believe.
Well,
in God.
nobody is.
None of us are the
Nobody's the
Right,
best person
at
to ask
all.
these questions. That you know what? Real quick, let me say this too. That's my point here. Nobody is the best. I don't give a. It doesn't matter how much you study or what you.
You're not gonna know it all.
There's no proof of anything. It's only your belief. That's why I said what I said at the beginning of the show. Nobody can tell you why Ashley said in this. She said so you should stop believing in God because mind, body, and soul. because bad things are happening, right?
Nobody said
Which that's
that.
not the case.
Nobody
Bad
said that,
things-
not even once.
Yeah.
Nobody said that.
My thing is this: you're gonna choose anything that you do here is your choice, unless you were forced to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about religion, that's a choice. I don't feel as if, a spirit or God or Jesus or however y'all want to look at it grabs your hand and says, "Come this way." You know what I'm saying? Or sends. I don't like when people say, "God told me this," or "I talked to God." Or the reason I don't like it is because to me it seems as if they're putting themselves on a pedestal. Because
Yeah,
in turn I want to know why he didn't say it to me.
Yeah. It's
Like what's so not special about myself that he talked to you and not me. And I don't know I know y'all like to use the jealousy word a lot, but we can use that here.
Well-
you know what I'm saying? But I want to know, like, okay, so for those people who have experienced that, right? Or not have, because I don't believe them. And I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna say that. If you tell me you saw a spirit, if you tell me you talked to God and he said something back, if you saw your grandmother, I don't believe you. I'm just being honest. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I feel like maybe you made some stuff up in your mind, just like kids have.
I ain't
imaginary
never
friends.
seen my grandmother.
It's no disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but that's just me. I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? So, what gives you the nerve to come to me and tell me I talked to God or God showed me this, and it's just you personally? And it's like I know, you know what I'm saying, that I'm 30. I've never experienced this. Like I've never seen anything supernatural. I've never seen a spirit. I've never.
Is that why you don't believe, or you just
No.
to your argument?
No, that's not.
Oh.
I just choose. I feel like people should just walk their life, walk their path while they're here. Do what you're gonna do. I mean, we know what's right, we know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's the laws of the land, point blank, period.
True.
You're gonna do that because just like one thing I do agree with Ron, what he said is, I don't feel like nothing you do here can get you, if there is a heaven, can be like, he's gonna be like, okay, you did this when you were down there. Welcome, my child. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that happens like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But I want us to say this also. Portia, was that you that said, or was that you that said, we're here being tried?
That
Or
was
it's a
Portia,
test,
yeah.
right? I just, that sits so bad with me because I'm like I was saying before we went to break, why would I make something in my image, right? And why would I have a son and say, I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm going to let you go out there to the world and let them teach you everything. But you got a daddy here, and I want you to make the decision to follow me.
That go back to what Jean was talking about too.
Like what?
What you
Because she was
want to
talking
say,
about Job.
Ron?
Yeah.
And well, it kind of go back to that.
Okay, let's go to Ron.
You think he was?
You had something right now?
No, I want to say something else, and I don't think it
It ties into what I'm
ties.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Going back to what you're saying about, there's nothing you can do. There's so many people.
going back to what you were saying.
Well, yeah, and you were
Agreeing.
Reiterating.
on that. Yeah. So when you look through the Bible, there's all these people that do a lot of horrible things,
Okay.
and we can relate to that on some sort of level.
Now that's gonna-
And I believe that God is ultimate consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the being that made everything out of speaking it into existence. I don't. Now, was I there when it happened? No. I just believe in the stories that were told to me and that I can read.
Mhm.
And I have faith in knowing that, and it gives me some sort of, I can go throughout my day and I feel good about it, because I feel like these principles, they make sense.
That's good. Yeah.
Because, how is it that I'm able to sit here and have a conversation with you?
With me or with God? You're talking about with the human being?
Like,
Okay.
Just a human.
Okay.
And I can have a relationship with a human, and I can feel, and all the, and yeah, you can explain it through science, but there's something deeper, I feel, in this world than just
I agree.
knowing that I'm alive.
Absolutely.
Because you can, other than that, you're an animal. An animal knows it's alive. It'll go out and eat.
They don't have souls.
Drink, but what we
Stop.
do is a little different. You're creating a show.
You the
Whoa.
soul tester now?
Time out. Because I got to touch on something you just said and then something she just said.
Ignore what
You
she
said, no. I can't ignore what you said because she's a religious person. I don't know if y'all heard that, but Ron said, other than,
People say dogs don't have souls.
the explanation of what we
You
are
said
as God,
people
other
say
than that,
though.
you're an animal.
Is that something?
Other than that, you're an animal. And outside of him saying that,
Chosen
said animals don't have souls. Right?
That's what I said.
Okay. Let's talk about this.
All of
They have
it.
souls.
let's talk about this. That is her opinion.
So where do they go when they
That's
die?
that woman's opinion.
You don't
right?
think dogs go to heaven?
Nah, dogs
But
don't go
what
to
y'all- this is
heaven.
the that's not even worse than what Ron
No,
said.
the dogs don't go
Other
to
than-
heaven.
You don't have a-
That
they
other
don't
than that, we're
have
animals.
emotions?
That other
Do
than that, we're
animals have
animals.
souls?
Animals have consciousness and emotions.
And emotions.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And
They get
Yes,
sad. They get
yes,
happy. They,
yes.
They get all that.
Excitement.
Yeah.
We don't
So
speak
you
the
do-
same language,
are
just
you
like
talking animals
you have
in
Mexicans,
ways?
Frenchmen, Americans, Indians, African. They can speak. You
can
can
speak a
learn to
different
speak
language.
another language. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So because something is not the same as you, or is what I want to clarify is you're not saying. Does that mean that you're not of God?
I think he mixing up the fact that something can be more powerful than something else, but that don't take away the fact.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think the image of God is the consciousness of man. And I believe that outside of the consciousness of man, that everything else is an animal. Not saying that animals don't love, animals can't feel. It's saying that we have a higher processing of the world around us. And we create
Processing of our world around us.
I feel like animals have more order than humans.
They do.
They more consistent
understand
than
the
us, yeah.
natural order of things.
We
I
just
feel
more
like
powerful.
the arrogance of the human mind is what will eventually tear it all down.
That's what it's been doing.
Not having nothing to do with God. That's kind of off subject. But to finish,
Disregard.
shows and no. Because this is your, you can't disregard that. You said animals don't have souls.
That's what I said.
Right? And this is going to be
She
a little
said
bit.
disregard it.
Speak a little
Please.
knowledge.
Disregard.
Abort. We can't disregard that. Is that something you
have to.
actually believe though?
No.
So
I
were
was
you
just-
making a joke?
Yes.
No, you weren't.
I
But we
was
gonna
because
go with
I've heard
We'll go
because
with
I've
it.
heard that animals don't have soul, but you just expressed everything that an animal has that we have.
So, but you did believe it up until a couple of seconds ago.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Dogs.
I told you before.
And I looked back and I laughed. It was a joke.
Nah, you just hadn't seen everybody look at you with the same thing. Animals don't got souls. So okay, back on the serious.
But he
note.
said all dogs go to heaven.
So why they built the AR, the
What?
ark?
The ark?
Oh, you talking about my ark or?
No, Noah's Ark.
Why are you asking that?
Oh yeah, I guess that's what he's talking about.
The
Animals.
nose-
Yeah, that's what
Oh
he's talking
yeah,
Two
he saved
animals.
more animals than
Two
he
animals
did
of every
people.
kind.
about. You got it.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Ron's answer to the question is we gotta eat. That's messed up. But okay.
That's not true.
Okay,
Because
let's keep-
we're not supposed to eat meat.
A bunch
He
of
did
inbred
not eat.
animals.
Right?
We're not supposed to eat pig.
I don't know.
We're not
But
supposed
that's-
we're not
that's
supposed
a
to
If you
reproduction.
follow in the Bible,
That's a
you're not supposed to eat none of
reproduction
that. It's
thing,
Yeah,
fish.
Okay, before we wrap up and
Shrimp.
go, coming to the last and
You're
going
not
to,
supposed to be eating no beef, girl.
Is there scientific proof to back up the topics of the Bible? Is there
The topics.
of the Bible?
The topics are endless.
Oh, that was on my paper.
OG Ron funny, yeah, he
Hold
crazy though. Reincarnation versus heaven and hell, right? Let me say this about the reincarnation thing, right? My theory. I said I didn't have theories. I lied. Okay, well, let me say this. My theory. I made a post some time ago, but I'll say it like this: for every death, it's been proven that there is a new life. This, I'm not just making this up.
That's true.
This has been proven, right?
That's true.
For every death, there's a new life. For every time a person leaves, another person is born.
That's true.
This is not. I'm not saying this because that's what I believe. This is something that's supposed to have facts to it. This is, so don't jump my bones.
Okay.
I feel like
Pause.
I said jump my bones. They nasty.
I heard exactly what you said.
Come on,
Now
man.
pause.
They nasty, man. Okay, so it makes more sense for me to say, if you believe in souls, spirits, whatever, that this life ends and goes into and creates the next life, right? Mm-hmm. But then again, I have to say this: you have babies that are infants, fetus, whatever you want to call them. They have the fetus.
Yeah, I know what a fetus is.
So why you said what for?
Because you're going through all the different.
Because I'm trying to describe it while it's in the womb.
Okay.
That's why I was going through. They have a heartbeat. Apparently they eat, right? So they're already alive.
Right.
So that kind of negates what I'm saying also, right? A little bit, or we wouldn't really know because it can't speak and cry while it's in the womb. So the body is, I don't want to say coherent. The body is what's the word I'm looking for? It's conscious.
Conscious?
I guess
Conscious
I
of
can
what?
just say, can I leave it there? Conscious?
Yeah, conscious.
I can
of
leave it
what?
there?
Yeah.
Up until the soul, spirit, whatever, from the death creates the new life.
That don't make you think.
So that makes you spiritual.
But
No, stop. This is the reason I want you to stop right there. Spirituality is, I think, a word that people are confusing. You can't just say spirituality and say that has something to do with God.
You just said no. Spirituality is
The reason I say that,
it's separate.
This is
the reason I say that is because we walk around and breathe some type of way, right?
Amen.
You can live. Do you understand that you can? This is. I don't know if this is off topic or not, but I'm making a point. You can live without any limb on your body except the head, right? You can't live without your head. That's a fact, right? But you can live without any other. You can live
Not
without
really.
your whole fucking bottom, freaking. I'm sorry.
Below your torso?
you can't
Yeah.
live with
You
this
can
without
live.
this part.
You can.
Your stomach though.
Nah, you can't live without
not
kidneys. You
I'm
can't
talking
live
about
without
anything
liver.
below here. That's why I said limbs, right? But you can't live without your head, right? So is the spirit, the mind, right? Then in turn, can it be replaced into something else? We're talking about creators and stuff.
It can.
Because people say God made everything, right? And I know it kind of seemed like I'm rambling, but God made everything. But I've only seen humans create. Everything from every creation that's here, every advancement that we have,
And it's
comes
gradual.
from the human beings.
So
And-
where did we come from initially? Like how were we placed here?
We came from the stars, huh?
No, I don't
God
know.
made
I
it.
said, but hold on. That's why I say when
No,
I
I
that's why
said
choose
that
to just
because
go.
that's what people say.
Until
Like
I'm no longer
they
here
do that.
because you
I don't
can't- how
believe
can
that,
you
but
say
they say
anything
that.
that you know or anybody that you've ever known that has lived, any advancement, any furtherment in life, anything evolution period comes from what's here. The only thing you see is here. You understand what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to say God did. I'm not saying he didn't or did. I'm just saying from what we know, and this is the reason I ask people, why are you a believer? Because they ask me, why am I not? It's like
So-
no proof of either way. I have the ball in my court, technically.
But it's easier for you to say that the only thing that just happened was we came to be, and then everything else we had to work on ourselves. Like we had to build everything else, or
We learned.
I think that's like half-sided, because how
What's
can you,
that?
like everything we do, like making all of this, making this, building up
And
languages.
since there's no
Yeah, okay, so
concrete
and that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about, the brain aspect.
But he's-
because there's no concrete proof, you choose, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Not
It's
to
the easy way
believe.
out though.
No. This is what I want people to understand. Because I'm not a not believer. I'm not a non-believer because the evil happens or something.
we're not talking about
It's not even the fact that I'm a non-believer. It's I choose to stay out of it. Is what I want people to understand.
It's an easy
I don't.
way.
I'm
You feel
not
like
saying
you're safer
nothing
if you
exists
stay out
or
of it?
doesn't exist. I'm saying, look, man. Until it has something directly to do with me or I got a decision to make.
So you don't think God has showed his hand in your life in no kind of way?
Listen, that's why I want you to stop.
Okay.
Stop putting that in my life. I don't put that.
Asking you a question.
I'm about to answer. The reason I say that is because I don't know. He has not come to me and said, "Tony, my child, let me go this way." And I'm not.
But
being
he's
funny, I'm
put
being
people
serious.
in your path to show you.
I walk. That's all I do.
But
And when
he's
it's time
put
to run,
people
I'ma
in your
run.
path.
I've never been spoken to from any entity that I can recall. I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't disrespect it. I don't say that shit ain't real. No, I just say, look, until he coming or it's in my face to be like, make a choice, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or make a choice, my guy, son, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking.
I'd say
But
nigga.
I'm gonna just keep walking until something happens to
So
where.
you're not opposed.
No, I'm not opposed to nothing. I don't tell people you shouldn't believe in that because of this, or you should. I'm telling you, I'm gonna really mind my business. I really mind my business.
I think
you know what I'm
that's-
saying? I only deal with what's around me, and it's not like I said. It's not a disrespectful thing. I don't feel like people shouldn't or should believe. Do your thing. I have questions just like everybody got questions. Ashley said, "Who gives us those talents to do those?
I think that's
To
worse
advance,
than
right?
having a belief is not
No, it's
believing in
okay.
anything.
If he chooses to stay Switzerland,
Yeah, Switzerland. I
And,
think that's
the
worse than believing in
religion-
You
something.
have. It's no proof otherwise.
that's fine. But that's why we're.
Are you on
here.
mine
We're
too?
put
Yo, he
here.
said,
have
so you
questions.
feel like you made every
Yes.
decision off the top of your head.
He's
You have.
choosing not
That,
to
well, that's
go
all I
with
know.
He
Have you
choose to
been on
believe that
mine?
we just dropped
You
on
read
Earth
mine?
and then
Go
all
look at
the rest
mine.
of the
You
stuff
have
started
questions.
happening. That's,
No, God put it.
Okay, so somebody give us one of the questions from yours. Somebody. Well, so let me say this first. Jimmy said, so you feel you've made every decision off the top of your head?
Huh?
Yes.
God ain't gonna make it for
So
you.
you mean, who
nobody
gives
has-
knowledge? So where did knowledge and wisdom come from?
Where
The
do you
knowledge
see
of
knowledge
wisdom?
and wisdom coming from right now?
Where
Learning.
it comes from the people, but who gave it to us?
Who gave us what?
We had to learn, yeah.
Who? So, okay.
Are you asking who gave us a brain?
Hey, thank you. Okay.
So
That's opinion, though.
so
That's opinion, and that's okay.
so a dog can call you God then if you teach him how.
We
to
are
say
that
his
God.
name.
We are that. We're their leader. We are the God.
Yeah,
We
nah,
are
you wanna
little
be God. You
gods.
ain't no God.
We are little
Animals are
gods.
part
It's
of
in
the
the
family.
Bible.
When people have a random thought to create something, where does it come from?
You killing me with this
No.
saying.
Yeah, I
It's
can
agree.
what's
Right.
that?
in the Bible.
Ask me,
But
Nicole.
I'm telling you what the word.
Yeah, I can agree
I'm
with
just
that.
telling you what.
Can anybody run? I'm gonna give you this question. You and maybe if you don't want to answer,
I think I
I'll
saw
give it to
what
Sweet.
constantly reading Genesis.
Ashley Nicole said when people have a random thought
Genesis.
to create something, where does it come
Them
from?
support.
I believe it can come from you.
Yeah, so it can come. So
I think some thoughts can be inspired, and some thoughts are from your own being.
Yeah, you can't have an idea.
So like sometimes you can be like, hey, influenced by the world around you.
Your environment.
I believe that
Actual
mostly
quotations.
those thoughts are from you. And I think God, He intervenes sometimes.
I believe in divine intervention though. I just,
through others in situations. Okay,
I
so
do.
she said, people, inception. Okay, people may have heard his actual voice or seen some representatives. However, myself, I converse with the Lord, and He always reveals to me through others or situations.
That's it.
that's her
That's
testimony.
why I asked you what. That's
What
why I
you said?
said
That's
you've
her
never
testimony.
experienced
That-
God's hand on your life.
Okay, so the question that I have for that.
Think about everything that you've been through.
Everyone has their
Every
personal experience.
right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
everyone has their personal
saying.
experience. Okay, so that's perfect. That's a perfect statement. Everyone has their personal experience. From my experience, I want to know, and this is not me being. I asked this earlier. What makes you so special? Like, why haven't I experienced this?
It's not about being
I heard
special.
that God got favorite people.
What?
I'm telling you, I read that.
He said he
I
heard
read
it.
that.
He said he's heard
I
it.
read it.
That's your opinion.
God has favor.
I'm just telling you what I
But
read.
what I want to know is, am I such a
I've
bad
asked
person?
that question so
right?
many times.
That I don't
You're not
deserve
open
in-
to it. You're not open to accepting.
I just explained to you. Everybody here knows me. I'm open to whatever.
Ron
You're
said.
not open to it because you're questioning it too much. You're just not just simply.
Questioning means I'm open to it. That means I want an answer.
Ron, what do
You're
you?
demanding
Ron
it.
has
You
something to
don't-
I don't
say.
demand nothing. I just said I'm gonna walk I'm just going.
We'll walk.
But if I stop and I say, hey, what's this right here? If don't nobody ask me, I ain't gonna be like, sucker, answer me. I'm gonna just keep going. Okay, cool. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna stay away from it then. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no telling what's going on. I want to know it. This is what I want to know. From
Ron
you.
has something to say.
Stop what I
You didn't
This
forget.
is what you want.
Then what do
You
I
want
want?
God
Okay.
to physically stand in front of you
Take your hat off the top of your
and
head.
say, Tony,
I'm real.
Is that not?
see God.
That's a good idea.
I'm real. Is that bad?
You
for
said
you?
that's a good
That's a
idea.
good idea.
Unless you just accept His spirit
I'm real.
love and
Now
let
listen
Him
to me,
guide
son.
you in life.
If I come to you, if I come to anybody in this room and I say, and I walk to you and I say, man, I just saw $1 million sitting in the bag, dump the street. Let's go get it. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna
Let's
say,
go
why
Let's
you passed
go
it
get
up?
it.
You gonna say, let's go get
I'ma
it. What
say,
are you
let's
gonna
I
go
say?
said, let's go
But
get
that's
it.
my
What are you
whole
gonna
point.
say? Hold on. What are you gonna say?
Let's go get it. But that's my whole point. Let's revert back to what
I
I
won't believe you
said.
till I
The
see it.
reason why you're in limbo with this
Don't say it.
situation
You said
is
kept that to
because
yourself.
you want proof.
Yes,
That's
I
good.
have faith.
Why
I have faith that you saw that you really saw a bag of $1 million bag.
No,
No.
I said, let's go
Y'all
get it
should've
because I
kept
have
that proof.
faith that you
You
actually
need
saw the
proof to
bag.
yourself.
Hold on,
No,
stop.
because I brought that up earlier.
Stop. Okay.
Stop.
Okay, let me do it like this then. I'll do it in a better way because we got people, and like I said, I don't want to offend nobody. Why is asking for proof of something too much?
It's not
We
too much.
ask each other for proof of something
All the
every
time.
day. But you feel like for me to ask about something that I've never witnessed or people say that's bad?
But I didn't say that was bad. I said, but that's my point. Except that's what you're saying. You're saying, hey, even though we're saying God
Ask
is
him what,
an
Apostle?
entity that we haven't seen or higher being, and we just believe in it. You're saying I believe in it.
I believe it when I see it.
When I see it.
Okay.
But why not walk by faith?
money if
But
you
why
believe
not
in it?
walk by faith and not by sight? Like,
I
why
don't get it.
experience it?
Why do you walk by faith and not by sight?
I do. Yes, yes, I do.
She opening the door.
I'm sorry.
Let me say this. To get back to the question I asked about is, what would you say if most of y'all said, I say let's go get it. Me, you know what I'm gonna say? The same thing Super DJ Mac T said. Nigga, if it was $1 million up the street,
Why you can't-
what you doing here? Why you asking come to me first? Because if I see $1 million up the block, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm snatching
like this
and I'm
shit,
watching
bro.
my surroundings. I'm ducking off for a minute. I'm gonna check a couple of corners and a couple of windows.
Yeah, like what
And it is
you
what
came
it
over
is.
here for? You want
So-
500,000?
So
This is the answer to your question.
Go, Ron.
So whenever you supposedly have religion and you have Jesus in your life, that's when you got that $1 million, and people can see this person has some worth outside of themselves. Like they completely changed the way that they've been operating their life, and they say, okay, there's a fundamental problem with the things that I've been doing. Now that I've experienced this life, and so when we look at even facts and evidence, it's not so much scientific; it's historical.
Okay.
So like the only proof that we have is the historical scrolls that have been passed to us, and we have to rely on people to have the knowledge to interpret them and give us that knowledge.
That's
So-
damn near poetic.
real quick, let's do this. Because this is believers' favorite thing to go to. And I cannot stand people that do this. You don't see oxygen, but you believe you can breathe. That's so fucking cliche to me.
You see it when it's cold.
Let me say this. We're in the atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. You can't see gravity, but it exists, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You don't see your insides on a daily, but you know they're there, right? I hate when
feel
people say. I hate when people utilize this oxygen thing or this air. You don't see air, but you can breathe.
Who said that?
This is Jimmy. This has been going on. This same saying has been going on in life forever. That's their favorite thing to go to, right? Listen, it's not about what you can see. And to answer your question, Ashley, I'm not looking for a voice. Proof is not just like literally what she said, standing in front of me or taking my hat off my head. But to understand that there's
Reason.
something else. You understand what I'm saying? To have proof of something doesn't mean if you can come up with a question, you can come up with an answer, right? But if you can come up with a question, you can come up with an answer. Is this a fact? From what we know, outside of everything but God. Everything but God, anything else that's here, we can come up with the answer for. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
So that's it right there. That stops with that oxygen shit. The reason I say that is to say this. You can't see them, right? You can't see them. Some people say they can feel them. They talk to them, whatever. But it stops when you say, I've had an experience with the Lord himself, or he's spoken to me, or he's shown. Nah, I don't want to say
But
that.
ain't that what
Damn it,
sets
I don't
God
wanna say
apart
that.
from everything else, though?
But
Right.
listen,
Like, you don't have to-
if that's the case, then because this is it makes me so. I'm trying to be nice about it, right? You say, isn't that what sets God apart?
Yeah, because you want him to be like everything,
So
or
tell
he
me,
or
what do
she
you
to be
know?
like everything. else.
Somebody tell me what you know.
I know that I don't feel like we here by happenstance. You can't ask me what I know because I don't know.
Nobody
I'm
knows
just-
anything.
You
We're not here
choose.
by happenstance. It was what he
Yeah,
was
you
say,
choose
right?
to believe we just came out of nowhere and just
So
started.
what we know about
So
what?
we have to come somewhere. But listen, why you expect for people, and I don't not expect for them to do it, but you expect for people to just say, God. That's where we come from.
Creator.
Because if somebody comes to you and say it was the Big Bang Theory, I believe in that, you're gonna be like, that makes no sense.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? That's what most religious people say. It makes no sense. You don't see it. You think it makes sense. So and you believe and you think that
We can
makes
go
sense.
on all
Well,
day.
I believe that God could have
Created the Big Bang.
created things
Yeah.
from an explosion.
Yeah.
And made and from this creation. So, okay, I believe like the universe could be God's mind.
That's what I think.
And that every explosion and everything that's going on around
That's how I
us
feel.
is we're all in and outside of God.
But the Big Bang Theory is not.
I believe
that's
that
not-
too.
Well, it's an explosion that created everything.
But you're
And
saying that
expanded
God,
the universe.
Created the Big Bang Theory.
like that's literally like not even.
But it's proven that the universe is moving, constantly moving
Yeah.
in one direction.
Somebody
from
said it's a
certain
flat
spot. Yeah.
surface.
That's why they said that.
Oh man, don't do that. We not going there. Listen, we gonna wrap this up. But I'm gonna wrap it up with some
time constraints.
Some choice words. I
We're gonna
respect
have to do
everybody.
this.
He said we family. I respect everybody. Hopefully we didn't defend nobody. I want to say this. So we got believers in here. Ron is a believer in religion and he's a believer in God. Super DJ Mac T, believer in God, not religion. God, not religion. For the lovely Miss Lovely, God and religion. And she got a couple of religions. No, you have
She on a
you
religious
are
fence.
religion and God. I just mind my business. I don't have a problem with either side, you know. My thing is this though.
Live for something.
That argument
It was
that
30-something
that
when I
is
gave
being
it to
made.
you.
This is the last thing I want to make about that. You can't see air, but you know you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? I want people to stop making that for so many reasons. Reasons that I would not. Is the earth round or flat? Oh my God.
No, please
Somebody
don't.
heard us say that.
Please
We're not doing
Please don't.
It'll be a part 2, so people can get off. I want to bring some people on live to express their feelings
Yeah, 'cause
about
we
it.
gotta talk
But
about
the thing
the
about
kids,
this is,
too.
I don't think my problem with this is people look down upon people like myself who say, "Look, I'm just gonna live until there are no answers without questions."
Oh shit, we got a philosopher up in.
That's
on
what
our
I
hands.
just.
He just said that.
Yeah, that's
But
what
he
I
said there are no questions without answers.
Yeah, outside of
Yeah, it's the same
the
thing.
God thing. Okay. Well, respect, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want people to stop. Don't look down upon the next person for anything that they believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you believe, I don't look down on people that believe. I don't tell them not to believe. I've had these conversations a little more expressive with people before. You know what I'm saying? And I chose not to go that route today. Accept yourself for who you are, in my opinion. And if you have spoken to God and this nigga go, Nard. And if you have had those experiences, shout out to you. Get with me, and we'll figure some of that out. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know what you did different than what I did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm open. Just to clarify, last show we had, people were saying why I didn't believe in certain stuff, and I was like, that's not what I said. I'm open to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I am the type of person, if this makes me wrong or if this sends me to hell as y'all know it, then, I don't understand what there is to believe in anyway. Because I have a question that I've never seen something. Like, it makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But just, leave people alone about their beliefs. Or, you can sit down and have a conversation with a person about something, but don't force yourself upon them. Don't force your religion. If you're non-religious, don't force that on nobody else. We can have a conversation. If you can answer some questions for me, that's fine. If I can answer some questions for you, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But religion and God are going to be a forever lasting conversation. They're going to be forever lasting conversations. Shout out to, God as y'all know it. Shout out to, people who just living their life to do it. Shout out to the walkers, you know what I'm saying, that are following in those footsteps. Super DJ Mac T. I'm just fucking. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap this up, man. We got a lot of love for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Start accepting people, man. Don't be judging people. If you got something to say, say it. If not, don't get on this post if people got, something to say. Don't get on this post disrespecting nobody's beliefs. That's all I'm asking y'all. And y'all know I never really care, but when it comes to this one here, like, don't get on here disrespecting nobody. Y'all know what time it is. This word of my own. Super DJ Mac T. Mixing the lovely Miss Lovely to my left, OG Ron. Shout out to everybody that came to the live. The sweetest sweet, the chosen one herself came through. And your third host T-Dot. Y'all get with me after this. Send me some messages. Call my phone, whatever. If you know me, we can talk about it. We can get more in depth. Like I said, I wanted to be a little nice here today. I didn't want to get too far into it. But y'all know what time it is, man. It's word of my own. We doing it like that. And we out. Okay, what's going on, everybody, man? We appreciate y'all for rocking with us, rocking with the Word of My Own family, man. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell. You know how we do it. Eat gang, all that. But follow us on all social medias, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, man. Like I said, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We gonna see y'all next time. And we out.